Um, Sweetness, spice, and everything nice. Literally, I just got this off the truck, just came in the mail. Fragrance World, French Avenue, their popular series going on now. We have Coco Morado. First of all, beautiful bottle. Y'all know this is about to be the thumbnail right here. Beautiful bottle, especially with the way I have my setup. Supposed to be a clone of Mason Crivelli Oud Cadenza. Let me tell you something. This opening is crazy work. And I don't necessarily mean in the nicest way. It is harsh. Like all of that spice, cinnamon, whatever else is in here is just boom, immediately in your nose. And I don't know if that's because those Mason Crivelli fragrances are really just on the strong side. So they decided to make this strong. I can't tell you how it compares because I haven't smelled that particular fragrance. So we're not even going, don't ask me if it's better than the OG because that's not what this in particular is about. But just judging the fragrance on its own, how does it stand? Is it a scent that I think you guys would like? I actually kind of like this. As it dries down, this becomes like the sexiest cocoa butter ever. So this is literally what I'm gonna call this cocoa butter. Now, of course, you guys have seen this presentation and it's similar to what you've seen with Liquid Brune. You've also seen this right here, which is the Azure Oud. So I'm assuming that, you know, this is something that Fragrance World is gonna continue with French Avenue, that they're gonna continue to come out with things in this particular style. Nonetheless, let's go ahead and jump into the video so I can tell you exactly what's in this, who it's for, and whether or not it's worth the buy or not. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the video. What's going on, party people, fat boy family? I hope you guys are having an amazing day, an amazing Tuesday. So far, a great start to your week. If you're coming by for the first time, just coming by the channel, I appreciate it. I get a lot of people that stop by the channel. You guys show me love, you comment, you view, you watch all of that. But listen, if you want to lock in, if you want to become an official member of the Fat Boy family, listen, go ahead, do me a favor, hit that like button, but smash that subscribe button and click that bell so you can be notified every single time I post new content to the channel. But let's go ahead and jump right back into today's conversation about, again, French Avenue's Coco Morado. Again, man, you look at that bottle, absolutely beautiful bottle. We got some amber, nice warm spices going on, sweet, aromatic, definitely some oud in here. As it starts to dry down, you definitely get some leather, a bit, not so much animalic as far as the leather. I get more of a balsamic nature specifically with this one, but that leather is kind of in the background. You can see this real sophisticated scent. It's a lot going on. Mason Crivelli seems like one of those fragrance lines, those fragrance brands where, like, if you don't want to smell like anybody else, if you want to stand out from the crowd, if you a grown man or a grown woman, those of you who like super masculine scents, because this is crazy masculine. There is nothing unisex or feminine about this, in my opinion. But if you want to stand out from the crowd, I'm assuming that's the type of scents that they're coming with. This is thick. This is syrupy. There's some sweetness here, but I wouldn't really consider this like a sweet scent. Like, you get a lot of that in the opening, but a lot of that gets dialed back as it starts to dry down. Again, this becomes like this beautiful lotion style cocoa butter, you know, to me, definitely on my skin, you know, speak for yourself. I thought this was actually probably going to be a clone of maybe like Louis Vuitton Symphony or something like that, just because of the color. Shows you how much I know about fragrances. Nonetheless, let's go ahead and jump in. I mean, if you don't know, same box style. Those of you who are familiar with Liquid Brune or Azure Oud. And I'm going to talk about that one later this week as well. So look out for the review to come specifically on that. I have worn it, and I'll be honest with y'all. I like the fruit that's on top, but it's something about that oud that makes me a little sick to my stomach. I don't know what it is. I don't know how I feel about it yet. But we'll talk about that later this week. But yeah, nothing special about the box. My only beef with the box is French Avenue. Like, why do these boxes open in reverse? Like, it should open from this way. Like, don't be special. Like, this is dumb. Like, that's dumb. That's a dumb way to open up a box. Like, we read from left to right. Like, open up a box like it normally should be open. So I don't know if they made a mistake with this or something and they said, let's just keep going. Nonetheless, cool little box or whatever. You have the information here specifically on the box as far as what's in it. So you have the notes and the ingredients right there. And I'm going to pull this up, compare it to what's actually in Fragrantica so you can see this on the screen. But there is a lot going on with this. So in the top, we got cinnamon, saffron, cardamom, ginger, nutmeg, pink pepper. It is a spice bomb. There's nothing about this that's related to Spice Bomb Victor and Rolf. So don't get that twisted. But if you want to know what a spice bomb is, this is a spice bomb. I mean, it tears you up out the gate. It's like, oh my God, that's straight spice. So again, in the top, you get cinnamon, saffron, cardamom, ginger, nutmeg, pink pepper. All right. After about 5 minutes, that's when things kind of dial down or whatever, temper off. And then you get dates, oud, incense, myrrh, and davana. And then in the base, you get vanilla, tonka bean, benzoin, labdanum, leather, patchouli, and mate. All right. So let's compare to what we see here. Again, I'm showing y'all on the screen, myrrh, sugarcane, davana. So you got the oud, the argwood, okay, all of that. Incense, caramel. Now I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I'm getting a headache. As I'm recording this, I'm getting a headache. Like it's like right here. So I don't know if this is gonna be something that, you know what I'm saying, I would actually stick with. I'm getting a headache though. Leather, mate or mate, tonka, benzoin, Madagascar, vanilla, labdanum, cacao butter. So maybe that's where I get the whole cocoa butter joint from. So that makes sense. Musk and patchouli. All right. Now, again, I told you out the opening, super spicy. Super spicy, but it's a sweet spicy. It's not bad. It's not, you know what I'm saying? That pink pepper is not like black pepper, where you think you're going to throw pepper on something like the old, Looney Tunes cartoons and blow it up or whatever. But the spice is definitely there. Like I said, that only lasts for about 5 minutes after you get through that. So you get a little bit of that oud, you get a little bit of that incense. I don't get a lot of caramel, some of that myrrh, and I tell you the leather, the tonka bean kind of hides in the background. You can tell the vanilla is there, and there's a little bit of patchouli or whatever that I get on my skin. So much, that's what I smell. All this other stuff, if it's there, it's probably there. I'm not, this is one of those fragrances I was like, I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, you got to be crazy to be here and be like, I get the sugar cane. Like, bro, this whole thing is sweet. So how are you able to pull out sugar cane out of everything that's in this? Like, leather is a note that kind of stands out. You get the leather. Patchouli is a note that kind of stands out. You get that. I came on and I started and I said, this is like the sexiest, most luxurious cocoa butter ever. There's cacao butter in here. You clearly can smell the vanilla. Like I said, the incense, because there's a bit of smokiness to this as everything gets to dial down. But let's not go over the top with being so sophisticated with the notes. Does it smell good? You got to be 35. You got to be 35, or you got to be a very mature person in their 20s or younger 30s. You got to be about your business. This is somebody that makes a lot of money, because you got to be super confident to pull off something like this. Like super confident. This is not for the faint at heart. So my younger fellas, y'all not gonna like this. I wouldn't see y'all buying Mason Crivelli fragrances anyway. And so I definitely don't see you buying this. That's catered more to the confident alpha type of dog, man. Like you make money. You live in a crazy neighborhood. Like, you do your business meetings on the golf course. Like, this ain't call center. This ain't even really real estate agent. I could see a bishop wearing this. I could see a politician wearing this. I could see the Pope wearing this. Who else could I see wearing this? This smells like something Elon Musk would wear. This gives me Elon Musk, Tim Cook, Jeff Bezos type of vibes. Like, this is somebody with a lot of money and a lot of power. That's what I get from this. You got to be about that business. This is not dressed down. If you're not wearing a tie, don't wear this. Don't pull this out. Like this, because again, like I said, and I know I'm sitting here like the headache, it came and then it kind of went. So there's something here that's like, I don't really care for, I don't really like, but I can tell it's still there. Smells good, you know, is one of those things you're gonna have to mature into. It's gonna have to grow on you. You know what I'm saying? I can tell this is gonna be something you're probably gonna have to wash off. This is my first impression. So from a sillage standpoint, I can see this clearing out the room. Be careful on the sprays. Projection, I can see. Be careful on the sprays with this one. If you're a heavy sprayer, pull it back. Pull it back. Now, granted, if you're here for all the spice, enjoy it for the first couple of minutes. But this is not one of those things you spray at the house and then you take with you and you reapply before you go into an event. Because you can go nose blind to this. That's what I'm telling you. Like when the whole cocoa butter thing, you know how other people can smell you, but you may not necessarily be able to smell yourself. Like when you first put on cocoa butter, of course, those of you that wear cocoa butter or lotion, you know, certain moisturizers, you can smell it. But the projection on this, I can see you're going to go nose blind to, but be careful because this is strong. This is strong. I don't know what the longevity is like because this is literally my first impression. I'm not finna tell y'all what the atomizer is like because I'm not finna respray this because I don't necessarily want to smell like this the rest of the day because this is super strong, but it's for that sophisticated person. Super masculine, not unisex in my opinion at all. Definitely meant for cold weather. So if it's 30 degrees and below outside, this is one of them ones. And you going to a special dinner, special business meeting, you running for office, I mean, you definitely wear this, you're gonna turn some heads and break some necks. So I don't feel the need to really go any deeper than that. Honestly, you know, y'all just want to know. Some of y'all want to know, is it decent? Is it good? And then some of you want to know, is it a worthy clone of the cadenza, the oud, I think is it oud cadenza? Let's look it up. Is it oud cadenza? Yeah, oud cadenza from Mason Crivelli. I can't tell you that because I've never smelled oud cadenza. And honestly, I don't think I want to. I'm straight. This is enough for me, whether it's accurate or not. But not typically my style. Nah. And I can tell when I smelled the Azure Oud and when I got a wearing out of that, it was just something that just kind of turned my stomach. This doesn't turn my stomach, but it's still, I can tell, and my nostrils just not having it. It's not that it's super animalic. It's not that it's super metallic or anything like that. It doesn't give me that same headache that geranium a lot of times gives me, where it's like a piercing headache, but it's just kind of like, ooh, like there's some pressure there, and it comes and goes or whatever. Nonetheless, I love the bottle. Love the bottle color. Again, I thought it was gonna be based on symphony or something like that. Maybe even like Dubai Amethyst from Bond. But like I said, that's a heck of a thumbnail right there. So y'all holla at your boy. Let me know how you feel about it. Is it something that you're rocking? Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, click the bell so you can be notified every single time I post more fragrance reviews to the channel, whether it's clone, whether it's niche, whether it's designer. Let's just have a conversation and let me know in the comments, is this something you're rocking with? Do you think it's worth picking up? I'll put a link in the description on where I bought mine from, specifically Fragrance Buy. I'm pretty sure you can probably get this from some other places, but Fragrance Buy probably going to have one of the better prices out there. Nonetheless, Coco Morado, Azure Oud was cloning another Mason Crivelli fragrance that I think won top spot for Fragrantica's top spot of the year. Oud Maracuja, I think, won top spot for fragrance of the year choice award, fragrance choice awards. I feel like I can see this creeping up there in the numbers for 2025. Even though I don't know if this was Oud Cadenza was a 2024 release. So I feel like not so much this particular fragrance, but that DNA, I can see it creeping up there because people seem to love that style. It's just something, and it could be that bottle. It could be the actual Oud Maracuja. I don't know. It's just something. And I've had that for a while. I just haven't talked about it. It's just something that's not hitting well. Nonetheless, we'll discuss that later this week. But until that video, until another video, until next time, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Y'all be easy.